Yo, 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 yo. What's up? What's going on, guys? Good morning, good morning. It's Friday, baby. It is Friday. You made it. We made it. Congratulations. Oh, man. Ferret, what is up? Yo, yo, yo. What is up, my friend? How is everybody? Good day, good morning, good night. I don't know, whatever time it is for you. Oh, man. All right. Welcome. Welcome. We got that Java lava rolling this morning. It's not gonna work. All right, so we got there you go. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. You're rocking the mornings with me, dude. Yep. Yep. We got a good amount of our Euro friends and that kind of are hitting about coming up on afternoon time, though, usually right around the time we start, about 6 to 7 hours ahead, though, so I don't ever really know what to say. I say good morning because it's my morning, you know. But tea drinker, hey man, I like tea a lot too, but it's coffee for me in the mornings, dude. I gotta go with coffee in the mornings. That's my jam-a-lamb. But I like tea a lot. What kind of tea, man? What kind of tea are we taking? Sorry, I've got to get something fixed up here real quick. And then we'll be on the move into our new segment. And then into day 25, of Breath of the Wild, man. Yeah, something's a little bit off here. I gotta get this fixed up. There we go. I think that's it. I think that's the jam-a-lamb. Yeah, baby. Cool. Cool. All right, black teas. Earl Grey is my jam, dude. Yeah, Earl Grey is my go-to tea, dude. Always has been since I was young. Yeah, I like green tea a lot too. Peppermint, not my favorite, for a different reason. But Earl Grey, dude. Earl Grey for sure. I'm right there with you. All right, sorry, I had to get that fixed up. I had something a bit wonky over here, but we're good to go. Good day. Let's get this. We've got day 25 of Breath of the Wild ahead of us. We're just pushing. We're just finding new stuff, playing around, exploring parts of the world that we haven't necessarily been through yet, looking for more shrines, trying to get more upgrades for equipment. We've really gotten the Guardian set really strong. We've got a lot of side quests we're still trying to search out. We got plenty of days left, I think. You know, I really don't plan on finishing the game up until we have all of the quests completed. We have the EX Ballad challenge done, the Master Sword challenge done. That's really what I'm pushing towards. That's what I'm trying to get done. So we got plenty of days left. On that note, feels bad, but the stream will be back down this weekend. I'm sorry. For anybody that hasn't heard that, stream will be back down this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. We'll be back on Monday, and we will be back to a 7-day-a-week, 8, 9 hour, 10 hour stream days, okay? The normal. It's just holiday stuff has required some time off, And this will be the end of it, okay? So just so everybody knows, I'll put it out there on social media as well and in the Discord channel to remind everybody, no Saturday or Sunday streams, okay? So today, live, we'll go until early afternoon for me. And then we will be back on Monday, and we'll be back to 7-day-a-week streams, okay? So I do apologize for the breaks for the holidays and everything, but hopefully everybody understands. Family is important, and we'll be back to the regular schedule after that, okay? Let's do this. Let's get in here and see what we got for video gaming news, all right? Just so everybody is aware, check it out. This is what we're listening to this morning. This is the Subnautica OST. Subnautica is a survival adventure, mostly aquatic. It's got base building, resource gathering. It's a very cool game. Check it out if you're into that kind of genre. And the soundtrack's very good as well. Okay, so check it out. Let's go do the news. Let's go, baby. See what we got. Actually, shout out to my wife. Look, and my kids. I got a new Pink Floyd shirt. Boop. That's one of my other Christmas presents I got. I love it. I'm actually interested. Of all the games, I kind of want to poll like the community. I might do a poll in the Discord and find out like of all the games all of our community played over the past year, what was your favorite? It doesn't have to be a game that came out this year. Just of the games you played over this past year, what would be your favorite game you played? You know, I'm interested in what people would throw out there. Tough one. It is tough, isn't it? Yeah, it is tough. Um, mine's kind of a toss up. Mine's kind of a toss up. Probably for me, it would be between Disco Elysium, Valheim, and Breath of the Wild. Yeah. All very, very, very good games that we played this year. Free Switch game available for a limited time. How to build a huge PC gaming library for free. I try to help people with this as much as I can. What are they talking about? Terraria, dude. Terraria is an amazing game. I burnt myself out on that game a long time ago. My son loves it though. My son loves that game. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. This is just talking about different ways to get like free games. I'm not going to dive into that article because I talk about everything that they're talking about in that article, which would be Prime Gaming if you have a Prime subscription. Epic Games, you only have to have an account, which is free. Whenever we come across free Steam games or free games on GOG, I try to promote that stuff, you know. So that's basically what that's about. It's about just building libraries wherever you can. I don't care if it's PC. I don't care if it's on Xbox or PlayStation or Switch or what have you. I do my very best to promote that content for us as a community. So I will continue to do that. I find price to be one of the biggest obstacles for people to get into the world that I love, which is gaming, obviously. And I'll continue to promote as much free or significantly discounted content as I can for everybody, okay? Oh, they did another update recently? Really? Dude, they've done an incredible amount of stuff for that game. I haven't played it in a long time, a very long time, but I've seen my son be in there playing that quite often, and it looks wild compared to what I played back in the day. Game release dates 2023 calendar. I'm probably going to keep this up because on Monday we're going to take a an amount of time to try to build a schedule together. Yeah. So we'll take a quick peek at that today, and then we'll rehash this out on Monday and really deep dive into it and try to get some scheduling set up because that's going to be some of our stream on Monday. Oh, for real, dude? That's wild. That's wild, man. It's a small world, man. It really is. Um, it's pretty crazy how stuff like that works. I've got some wild stories as well, man. Um, I went to high school with a guy. Or I grew up with a guy, and I'm from a small place, a very rural area. I grew up with a guy. Went to school from the time we were little up through high school, and hadn't seen the guy since after high school, and then ran into him like halfway around the world. It was really really wild, dude. Really crazy. Yeah, yeah. It's a small. I mean, as big as the world is, it's all. It can also seem very very small at times. It was really cool running into him too. Because I mean, we grew up being friends, and not like best friends or anything, but we grew up being friends. We were in the same grade and played a lot of the same sports and things like that. And just to run into that dude, uh, like on the other side of the globe, just randomly was like kind of mind blowing, man. Yeah. So here we go. I'm not gonna pull up this epic article. Let's just talk about this. Here is the epic holiday stuff is done, right? So this is how it has ended with Dishonored Definitive Edition and Eximus being free now, all right? And now it's no longer a period of needing to grab these in the next 24 hours or anything. You have until January 5th. So roughly 6, 7 more days. I think 6 more days. You'll be able to grab these before a Kerbal Space Program and Shadow Tactics expansion for Blades of the Shogun. Shadow Tactics Blades of the Shogun will be available for free next, right? So we're back into that weekly cycle of Epics giveaways, all right? So go grab Dishonored and Eximus if you're interested, and be prepared on January 5th to get Kerbal and Shadow Tactics. Okay? Yeah, that's nuts, dude. Isn't that weird? It's so crazy, man. Xbox games for gold, games with gold for January revealed. We'll take a look at what's going on there for Xbox games with gold members. I know, I know this isn't gaming news, but did you guys see the whole Andrew Tate fiasco? No? All right. If you don't know who Andrew Tate is, he's like this. Misogynistic. He like, how would you even explain this dude? He's very misogynistic. He's got like this following. He's got like this huge social media following of like, from what I gather, is like a younger audience of male individuals that he really is like a propaganda machine for, like frat boy misogynistic kind of views, and really it's really just, I don't know, it's kind of wild, but for some reason he's gained this huge following, which is kind of crazy to me. It's a lot of what goes against what this community is about, but apparently some stuff went down, and he's been on Twitch a lot, on certain people's channels and things like that. He's kind of gotten blasted when he was on these channels, but for some reason he's popular, and him and his brother apparently went to Romania, but weren't telling anybody where they were. But now, what's her name? Greta Thunberg or something like that, I think. Is that her name? Hold on. Thunberg. Excuse me. Greta Thunberg. Yeah, she like she got in like this Twitter. She basically roasted him on Twitter, dude. She's like a environmental activist, right? And she roasted him on Twitter and got him to fire back, and basically got him to dox himself and release, like, basically identify where he was. And it ended up being because of some pizza boxes that were in this video that he released, trying to clap back at her, but it didn't work. She roasted him really well. And he ended up releasing this video to try to clap back. Well, the video had some pizza boxes in the background that allowed the Romanian government or something to key in on where he was. And they basically arrested him, dude. For like some human trafficking violations and stuff. I don't know. It's really wild. This is like some just news that's like coming out right now. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, I don't know. I think dude's probably getting what was coming to him. You know what I mean? Everything I know about the guy seems really, really scummy. Yeah, here it is right here. This was his post. I have 33 cars. My Bugatti has a 16 W16 8-liter, and she basically was like, she clapped back, basically saying that he was overcompensating. You know what I mean? He got angry, and he basically doxed himself, dude. It's pretty wild. Look into it if you're interested. I mean, I know that's not gaming news or anything, but just because this is him right here, yeah. You know what I'm saying? It is pretty wild. I figure there's an amount of people that would probably have heard about this. It happened within the past day. No. He's not somebody I would like either, dude. No. Like I said, he's somebody that is absolutely like, basically stands for what we are against in this community. You know what I'm saying? Which is what is kind of nice about what has happened here with so Greta actually really, really burned him pretty good on Twitter, and then he doxed himself because of it. That's what's so funny about it, dude. He just doxed himself because of it, and then got arrested because he basically told the Romanian government where he was hiding out at. But the reason I bring it up is because we are on Twitch, and he's been on Twitch on certain people's channels, and he doesn't deserve the infamy or the popularity that he has, for sure. Just because he's a pretty terrible person from everything that I've gathered. But I'm glad about what has happened right now, which is why I'm bringing it up. Yeah. Definitely against like what our community is, dude, for sure. I was just thinking about it. I don't know. Figured I would ask if anybody had seen it. Dude, I don't get it either. The only thing I can figure is that, it's just there must be a lot of people like that in the world, dude. You know? Unfortunately. Gamer! What's up, buddy? Yeah, I don't get it either, man. I don't really understand, Ferret. I mean, this is the thing. I think it's a lot easier to spread toxicity than it is to spread good vibes. You know what I mean? I think for some reason, I don't know why that is, but I think it's just for some reason toxic culture, bad bad vibes do tend to spread and be grasped onto by people easier and faster than wholesome, like uh, ethical, morally sound kind of principles and things. And I don't know why that is, but yeah, I don't know. He got popular, man. I don't really know a lot about the guy or a lot about the backstory of how he got so popular or anything, but I don't care to dive into it either. I'm just glad it looks like he's kind of getting what's coming to him at this point. Uh, Steam reveals biggest new releases of 2022. What? Take a look at that. Gamer, how are you, buddy? What's up, dude? I think this is just about the Nintendo Land stuff, I think. Let's see. Yeah, Super Nintendo World. Yeah, it's not really about video gaming necessarily. So, going to work today, next 3 days off. Word, dude. Yo, if you haven't heard, stream will be back down for tomorrow and Sunday. Sorry, man. That's the last of the holiday time off for me, though. We're doing a belated Christmas with some other relatives we haven't seen yet, and then we'll be back on Monday, dude. We'll be back to 7 days a week, buddy. So, sorry, man, if that is a bummer. It is a bummer for me. I don't like the stream being down, and I've been down a lot here lately because of the holidays. So, how was your holidays, gamer? Oh, New Year resolution. Only buying new video games, not playing any of them. Just buying games. Quiet and uneventful. What's your New Year's resolution, buddy? Latest Stalker 2 trailer takes you into the new sphere. Let's take a look at that. Who brought this up yesterday? Somebody was talking about the new Stalker trailer. I can't remember who it was, though. We were talking about how we would probably take a look at it this morning, so that's cool. PS Plus games for January. Let's take a look at that. Make sure we know everything that's coming there. Let's go ahead and look at our other search here. Buying no games. Just for the next year? Is that what's happening? Not buying a single game? Yeah? Yeah, that's what I figured. I was gonna ask that too. Cool, man. That's one way to try to get your backlog taken care of, you know what I mean? To an extent, anyways. Bro, this is so sketchy. I'm not gonna dive into this article, but look, kidnapped child found in Nebraska reportedly met abductor on video game site. Dude, it doesn't even have to be video games. This is obviously gonna, it paints a bad picture of video games specifically, but it's just, online communities in general can be a very, very, very sketchy place for young individuals because of predators, man. And we talk about this a lot, uh, specifically about the gaming industry, because that's what we're about here in this channel, right? In this community. Um, Anywhere, brother. Yeah, yeah, anywhere, Ferret. You're not wrong, man. But I mean, specifically because we are, focused on the gaming industry and video games, and that's what we enjoy and we like to discuss and talk about here. Um, you know, it is very, very, very important that software developers do everything they can to try to ensure that um, youth, young people that are partaking as part of their platform are as safe as possible on their platform or their while engaging in their communities and their software. But dude, a big part of it is just parents needing to have some kind of oversight and monitoring what their children are being a part of too. I mean, there's two sides to this story, man, and it's a very, very, very dangerous world out there because there are a lot. Unfortunately, there are a lot of adults that will prey on young young individuals. So this is terrible. This sucks, but I just would just prompt people to the greatest extent they can to be very, very diligent and um, in making sure that if they have anybody in their lives, whether it be a sibling, a younger sibling, children, grandchildren, uh, anybody that is young and might not be all that informed about, you know, what the potential dangers are of engaging in online communities, to try to do a little bit of educating on that subject to make sure that children aren't getting preyed upon. It's a very, very dangerous, very scary thing. DZA, what's up, my friend? Samara. Yeah. Samara's getting nostalgic about the old boy bands, yo. Yeah, yeah, yeah. There's a lot of ways that you can make yourself safer online, but I mean, a lot of it's just uh, educating, and a lot of adults and guardians and stuff just need to have to the best of their ability, oversight and monitoring of what children are being engaged in. Happy holidays, my friend. How were your holidays? And Samara, how were your holidays, my friend? It's good to see you guys. We've got that up already. We'll take a look at that. I'm actually kind of interested in this new. Have you guys seen the new I think it's from Square Enix and some other developer. I think they're collaborating on this new Monster Hunter World esque type game. Have you guys seen this? They were good. Good, Samar. That's awesome. That's awesome. I am super glad. Ooh, Call of Duty and Blizzard Battle.net down as video game players report server faults. Ooh, interesting. Wait, what? Mortal Kombat 2 source code leak reveals ton of what? Cut content? Wow. Okay, let's take a look at that. What's this? Marvel's Midnight Suns post-credit scene hints at major sequel villain? All right. But when do we get to play as the villains? That's what I need to know. Oh, yo, I got a Joker shirt. I gotta show you guys my new Joker shirt. I got a Joker shirt. My family got me a Joker shirt for Christmas too. I forgot to tell you guys about. Yo, you know what? I'm the same way, Ferret. I'm the same way. I liked Mortal Kombat, but I always gravitated more towards Street Fighter. I kind of had my time with different fighting games. I had a little bit of time with some Tekken. I had a little bit of some time with Mortal Kombat, different Mortal Kombat games. But I always kind of gravitated. I did a little bit of some Soul Calibur stuff. I always gravitated more towards Street Fighter. Killer Instinct way back in the day too. Dude, Killer Instinct on Super Nintendo? Oh, bro. I love that game. But Street Fighter, dude, yeah, Street Fighter was a jam. Always. Yeah. Street Fighter movie was rough. Mortal Kombat movie was pretty sick. The old one. I liked the old Mortal Kombat movie. But the Street Fighter, still to this day, I don't really play fighting games, but I've said this before. I'll still occasionally watch like some highly competitive, like Street Fighter tournament stuff because I find it very interesting. I think the people that are really competitive at fighting games um, are really interesting at how smart and educated they are on the game as a whole. They're very most of the people that play at a very high level in fighting games are very well rounded about everything that has to do with the games and each fighter, even if they don't play each specific fighter. Obviously, they're more knowledgeable about their own, their fighters that they main, but they have a really good knowledge base for all the fighters, their the frames for their attacks and things like that. It's really incredible watching people dissect the game and be very good at fighting games. It really interests me a lot. So I like watching. Oh yeah, dude, it's actually terrible that they took Smash away from Evo. I've been talking about that a lot over the past like half year. The fact that Nintendo got all I don't know what you want to call it. They're like, oh, Sony owns Evo now, so we're taking Smash away. It's like they have no focus on the community. They have no focus on the community and what their games mean to people. All they care about is money, and it's like we'll give PlayStation a slap in the face, dude. It did nothing to PlayStation. You know what they did? They replaced Smash with multiverses. You know what I mean? They're like, fine, you're not going to let us play Smash. We'll replace it with something else, and it did really well. They replaced it with multiverses, but it felt actually terrible, dude, for all those competitive players that play Smash. And all it did was make Nintendo look terrible. And now they look even worse with this whole like Smash World Tour fiasco that they shut down. You know what I mean? It's actually Nintendo's so bad about stuff like that, dude. It made them look terrible, bro. Yeah, so bad. But yeah, I love watching fighting games, man. I love watching fighting games. The thing that's stupid about Nintendo is like they were like, well, we never wanted Smash to be a competitive game. That's never what we. Okay, fine. That doesn't change the fact that that's what it became. Okay. It also doesn't change the fact that you never wanted to have anything to do with it. They never until now really wanted to have anything to do with managing that side of it being a competitive game. But now that there's money to be made on it, they're like, oh well, you can't hold a tournament unless you have a license through us, and we're going to collaborate with specific agencies to get this done. And they look actually horrible right now with everything they've done because they've got these organizations that stepped up and really took on what Nintendo should have done in the first place, which was set up these tournaments and do it for the gamers and everything, right? And now they're like bumping them out of the way and going, "Oh, you can't do this anymore. We're not making enough money," and now it's all shut down. Nintendo's trash about stuff like that. So bad. Steam Deck. Dude, Steam Deck, I'm really interested when they're going to come out with the next Steam Deck. Because they're already working on the next iteration, you know? It's pretty crazy. We already talked about this too. I'm not going to jump into that. Shadow of the Colossus director expecting to reveal what? New game in 2023. Oh, I hope it's good. Let's take a look. Yo, if you've never played Shadow of the Colossus, think Divine Beast in kind of Divine Beast Breath of the Wild, but you're not necessarily going inside. It's like open world, and you're going after these giant beasts, and you have to find ways to take them down and everything. Um, it's an amazing game. It's very very iconic for progressive gaming. What was this? A PS2 game? Is that what this came out on? Planning on watching Final Fantasy VII over vacation. Watch person doing all bosses run. Following a guide. Interestingly, the guide broke down everything step by step. Take 5 steps, turn left, take 3. Pick up a grenade. Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure, man. Well, especially, man, gamer, if you get into the speedrunning world, it is very, very, very scripted. Everything speedrunning is scripted, dude. And there's always people that are trying to find new routes for speedrunning. But if you're actually, trying to set records for speedrunning, then you're actually, going around doing these routes that have been deemed the fastest. Yeah. Yeah, fair. Yeah. Yeah, and that's kind of the same thing. Gamer, like for the speedrunners, they've got these scripts that they've memorized for these entire games for hitting like out of bounds sections and clipping through environment and it's really nuts, dude, how they've just got it all memorized, man. They're really good at stuff like that. It's really crazy. It's really impressive to watch. It's one of the reasons I promote Games Done Quick all the time. Awesome Games Done Quick. They do an event twice a year, I think. Are they doing more than that now? I know they at least do 2. Yeah. But Games Done Quick is a really, really cool thing. Not only is it fun to watch because it's a bunch of speed running, but it's a great charity thing as well. They donate a ton of money to charity organizations. That's what it's all about. And it's really cool watching that stuff. That's cool, gamer. That's cool, man. That's awesome. Very, very cool. Let's stick with this. We'll just stick with this. See what we got. Shadow of the Colossus director expecting to reveal new game in 2023. I'm pretty sure this was a PS2 game originally, and then it got remade for PS4. I think. Is that right? Oh, are they really? Oh, Ferret, sick, dude. Nice. Oh, sick, dude. It is coming up, huh? When does AGDQ start? January 8th through 15th? Oh, bro. Really cool. Nice. Yo, I promote this all the time. Ever since I started streaming, man, I've been promoting it because I've watched this for years and years and years. And I love it because it's charity and it's very, very wholesome, man. This is great, great stuff. Here, I'll link this for everybody. This is their website. They've had some issues with getting back into doing live events and everything after the pandemic. They've had some issues with so the pandemic obviously shut down a lot of that. The like allowing people to come attend live, which was always done. They would allow people to come and attend the event and everything, which was really cool. But then the pandemic hit, and then they had some issues with some of their contracts with some organizations and venues down in Florida, from what I remember. Oh, sick. Nice, Ferret. Nice, yeah. So this is their site, though, gamesdonequick.com. This is their schedule. They have a Twitch site as well. You know, they stream everything on Twitch, which is where you can watch everything at. Yeah, see, Sunday, January 8th, Monday, January 9th, and you can see everything being run, who's going to be commentating, runner and host, right? Stuff like that. So this is really cool. If you guys want to, I like watching just about everything that comes up on there. I don't discriminate. All right. I like watching just about everything. But yeah, there it is right there. There's Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Yeah, good call, Ferret. That's awesome, dude. Very cool, man. But you guys can see, I mean, they play all kinds of cool games, man, from like new stuff to old stuff, you know? Yeah, dude. I mean, that's the thing that's crazy. You see people beat these games like that, and it's like, Jesus, dude. It's just crazy, you know? But how many days are we going? How many did it say? Said through the 15th. Look at that. Look at all these games. Yeah, or all the way through the 14th. Yeah. That's very cool. So there it is in chat. Hey, man, thanks for letting me know. I thought it was coming up before too long, but I couldn't remember when. That's great, man. Thank you. Here, let's start back here. Japan has given us some of the best video game developers in gaming history, from Hideo Kojima to Hidetaka Miyazaki. The list of visionaries that have come from the country is a long-lasting one. Among these creative forces is the director of Shadow of the Colossus and Iko Fumito Ueda. The Japanese video game designer has made his mark with the projects mentioned above. However, his last game was The Last Guardian in 2016, and nothing new has come out about his next mystery project for Gen Design. Now it seems like Fumito is looking forward to announcing his anticipated project in 2023. An eagle-eyed user on Reset Era first took notice of this exciting news. It actually comes from a new Famitsu article that discusses the ambitions of creators going into 2023. What we find out in this certainly has us excited for the upcoming year. Famitsu sat down with 141 creators to interview them and gauge their goals for the next year. One of these was none other than Fumito Ueda, the lead designer and director of Shadow of the Colossus. He gave us an interesting insight into his ambition, which goes like this. All of Gen Design is working hard to be able to finally announce something, so please give us your support. Even though the answer is vague and doesn't give us an exact date, this was his answer to a question regarding his 2023 goals. So even though it is not clear-cut, we can correctly assume this announcement is for 2023. Hence, it seems like Ueda and Gen Design are expecting to reveal their new project in 2023. There is a reason this is just an ambition, because his last project, The Last Guardian, went through multiple delays, from disagreements with publisher Sony to switching consoles after 3 years. It was a hellish development. After that, Fumito Ueda and Sony went on their separate ways, with Gen Design already starting work on a new game. Details of this game have been kept under wraps, and that makes sense after The Last Guardian's fiasco. We've got some crumbs here and there over the past few years. First time we heard of this new project was in 2018 from Ueda. He said Gen Design was in the process of prototyping the new game and had funding from Kowloon Knights? In an interview with Famitsu, the developer said the project would not be a sequel but an entirely different game. A year before that, Ueda had said this game would not be like his previous 3 games, which had similarities. Even though this project is similar in scale to the previous ones, it will be approached differently. In January 2018, an image was present in Gen Design's New Year message, had the caption Beauty and the Beast 2018 in the website source code. Ooh, interesting. As you can see, the image features a woman in a bathtub and a beast. Previous Fumito Ueda titles have had this aspect, so we can assume this feature will persist in the next game. Only time will tell if that is the case, though. Next, we heard about the game in 2020 when the Gen Design announced a partnership with Epic. The company will publish this new project, which will be multi-platform. Fumito Ueda's Gen Design will completely develop the game with Epic fully funding the project. As a result, this new project is Gen Design's first full game as an independent studio. Epic announced a 50-50 profit split for the game, meaning a beneficial partnership for both of them. Hence, the new project was a reality, and it was probably saved from what The Last Guardian went through with Sony. We got our best look at the game as of yet at the start of 2021 in the form of a New Year card greeting. The 4 digits of 2021 each had a picture of a Gen Design Fumito Ueda game. Even though the first 3 images were of the previous games, the 4th image featured a screenshot never seen before. Yeah, so this is like Shadow of the Colossus. This was the sequel, right? And this is something we haven't seen yet. Yeah. Fist looks pretty cool. Yeah, dude. Yeah, gamer. I was pretty excited to grab that during Epic's giveaway as well, dude. Yep. Metroidvania kind of game. It's got pretty good reviews. Yeah. Average game play for Breath of the Wild is 50 hours. 50 hours to 30. Bro, you know how many hours do I have in Breath of the Wild right now? I've got a lot. A character with dark hair was standing in the shadow of a sci-fi-like object wearing a robe. This was the first solid evidence of the game existing, but it gave away nothing about it. It just piqued our interest more in the upcoming title. Fumito did say that he would start making announcements in 2022, but that didn't come to fruition. This is the latest news we have on the game, but hopefully Gen Design will finally announce what the director's new game is about in 2023 because we can't wait. Cool. Yeah. So highly recommend checking out Shadow of the Colossus. If you never played Shadow of the Colossus, it's again a very iconic, very progressive game for moving gaming forward back whenever it was originally created, and it was so kind of mind blowing because it was these giant beasts that you had to climb around on, figure out how to get on, figure out how to take down, and there was an entire story behind it that was kind of gnarly as well. And I would highly recommend taking a look at. They even did the remastered one, So even if you don't want to play the original, the remake, go for it. Check it out. I'm pretty sure they did the remake on PS4. Let me look it up for you real quick. Yeah, originally PS2, right? Shadow of the Colossus came out in 2005 and was on PS2. Oh, dude, was it PS3? Was it that long ago? That was a remaster. I thought they remade it too, though. Is that not? No. Dude, look at the look at the old PS2, bro. Good night. Yo, by the way, PS2, if you didn't know this, best-selling console ever. PS2. Remastered was PS3. Remake was PS4. So they did a remaster on PS3 in 2011. Bro, I still have my PS2. It's not connected. My PS3 is connected. But my PS2 is boxed up. I'll get it out. Probably on Monday. I think I will, anyways. I've just got to find everything. Remake. Sony announced a remake of Shadow of the Colossus for PS4. It was released in February of 2018. Yeah, so the remake, if you don't necessarily want to go back and play like the remastered or the original, then the remake is on PS4. So I highly recommend checking it out. It's look, again, I mean, we're talking about a game that aggregate scores, game rankings 91%, Metacritic 91. You know, about the lowest you're going to see on this is like a mid 8.5 on any kind of review platform, review site. You know, it's a very, very, very good game. So highly recommend checking it out. It'll be cool to see what comes next from them. Marvel's Midnight Suns post-credit scene hints at major sequel villain. Marvel's Midnight Suns is one of the few video games centered on the magic side of the Marvel's universe. While familiar faces like Spider-Man, Iron Man, and Captain Marvel are present, the game puts a big focus on mystic characters like Nico, Minoru, and magic. The Midnight Suns assemble to stop the villain Lilith. The game's post-credit scenes hint that they might be forced to work together again to stop a much bigger threat. Yo, gamer, have a good day at work, buddy. I'll see you on Monday, okay? I'll see you on Monday, dude. Have a great day. As Doctor Strange, the Scarlet Witch, and Agatha Harkness work to find some way to resurrect the Hunter. Look, this says spoilers ahead, okay? So, let's just, I'm not going to read all this. I don't want to spoil too much. Looks like Doctor Doom apparently might be the next villain coming to this game. Fire Access Games and 2K confirmed back in October that Marvel's Midnight Suns will receive a season pass of extra content. Pass will include 4 new playable characters: Deadpool, Venom, Morbius, and Storm. Additionally, players can look forward to new skins, new story missions, and an upgrade to the game's hub. No release date has been announced for the content just yet, but fans can look forward to learning a whole lot more in 2023. So, looks like Doctor Doom might be the next villain to face. Yeah. I didn't want to read all that. I didn't want to spoil it for anybody. But it does look like Doctor Doom might be the heir apparent villain coming up in that title. Latest Stalker 2 trailer takes you into the new sphere. The no sphere. Sorry. Plus a polite reminder that you cannot kill God. You guys ready? Let's go. How could you, Ferret?
Unacceptable!
I know, dude. Me too.
After years of work, a group of scientists managed to tap into the noosphere, the Earth's informational field. An achievement comparable at best to the conquest of space.
Don't want the innocent to suffer? Then help me find the culprit.
And who the fuck are you?
And what do we have a decade later? The Zone, in our image, after our likeness. My men are still lying out there, and I can't even bury them.
Sorry.
Died in an anomaly. Shot by loners. Found with a stone around his neck. Thrown off a cliff. torn apart by dogs. You cannot kill God, just like you cannot get rid of the sky up above. I am blind, but it is you who cannot see.
Stalker 2. Stalker 2. Yep. So here's what, this is important to understand. This game got delayed, but the developer is out of Ukraine. Yeah, very Metro vibe. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So this got delayed, but it is absolutely understandable, right? This is a developer out of Ukraine, and you know, obviously due to what is happening there with Russia invading and everything, you know, yeah, I mean, you expect this to happen, right? So what I will say is, dude, it trips me out seeing trailers. There were some scenes in there, a number of scenes of gameplay, not like cinematic, but of gameplay that looked real stuttery. That scares me. I see that a lot in trailers, like real bad frames or like stuttery kind of stuff, and I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's something between them like just uploading it into like a YouTube video, but it's always a bit weird to me whenever I see these trailers come out and they've got that like real bad stutter or frame drop in them. When like you're seeing a cut scene and it looks fine, but then you go to like gameplay segments of the trailer and it looks like there's some technical issues, and I'm like, oof, why is that happening? You know, and that's what I just saw in there a little bit. So I hope not. Roar! Everybody be careful. Mod's here and he's roaring. What are you doing, dude? Yo, what's up, buddy? A new trailer for Stalker 2 Heart of Chernobyl has dropped, highlighting some details of the story and characters behind the long-awaited. It looked really good, though. It did look really good. The long-awaited new entry in the Stalker series. The trailer titled Come to Me popped up on developer GSC Game World's YouTube channel today. This article will understandably include spoilers from the original games and the trailer. The trailer opens with a scene that may well take place during the event that caused the zone to occur, establishing the mind-controlled monolith faction. Other scenes show zone exploration, including throwing bolts into anomalies and using anomaly detectors, overlaid with narration by various characters. Closes on a speech by a blind man who appears to be some kind of religious fanatic. Quote, you cannot kill God, just like you cannot get rid of the sky above, a narrator says. Working, tired today, 55 right now. Dude, is that not crazy? Bro, we just had this stupid, insane, like, frigid weather, man, across the U.S., but most of the U.S. anyways. And, yeah, dude, yesterday was like a high of 64 for us. Today it's going to be, I think, colder. Today is like a high of 37 Fahrenheit. But yeah, yesterday for us was super warm. I mean, 37, dude, is, I'll take it. I'll take 37 over -8, -9. Feels like -35. You know what I mean? How's everything going with the store, dude? Yeah. High 61. Yeah, Ferret. Nice, dude. Isn't that crazy, though? Bro, it's almost January. That's crazy. How's the store, buddy? Not to bring up bad vibes or anything, but this is the first new trailer we've seen in a while. It looks quite far along in terms of showing us slices from the story. We know quite a bit about Stalker 2. The biggest news about Stalker 2 so far this year has been the delay to a 2023 release. Developer GSC Game World is based in Ukraine, like I said, right? A nation which is currently under attack by Russia. It has since relocated some operations to Prague in, is that Czechia? I probably butchered that, I'm sorry. And the studio says no further delays are anticipated. It is, however, inevitable that the war will take a personal toll on GSC's developers. Just last week, former GSC developer Volodymyr Yashov, who works at GSC on Stalker Clear Sky, died in combat. Dude, F's in chat, man. Well, Heart and thoughts go out to family and friends of Vladimir. As acknowledged by the stalker Twitter account, he was buried on the 27th of December, reports Sky News. Bummer, man. Feels bad. Feels bad, dude. Mm. Door lives on. Took a day or so to dry it out. Brought in fans, humidifiers. Yeah, dude. Vacuum sucks water through the floor. Bro. 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 Where's I mean I didn't even see Syke yesterday, dude. He must be doing holiday stuff or busy working or something. I didn't even see him yesterday. We have to clip that one out right there for him. Yeah, so at least it looks like they're getting work done after their relocation and everything. But again, look, I mean, heart and thoughts go out to family and friends of Vladimir Yashov for passing on in combat in Ukraine. Feels bad. PlayStation Plus games for January 2023 announced. Here's the complete list. Now with PlayStation Plus offering a monthly subscription service similar to Xbox Game Pass. Yeah, we kind of already hit on these, but here you go. If you didn't know, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, Fallout 76, and Axiom Verge 2 are what is coming, okay? We kind of already hit on this a little bit. In addition to these games, Sony reminded PlayStation Plus members to have until January 2nd, 2023 to add games like Mass Effect Legendary Edition, Biomutant, and Divine Knockout Founders Edition to their game library before they are off. Okay? So there you go. It was sucking water that was under the floor out through the floor. Never seen anything like that. And we're talking about like a tile floor? Not like carpet or anything, right? We're talking about like some kind of like hard type of flooring. Is that right? Like hardwood. Really, dude? What? That's weird. I've never seen anything like that either, dude. Interesting. Tech, bro. We're evolving! Technology's crazy. Call of Duty and Blizzard Battle.net down as users report server faults. On Friday, hundreds of players reporting having issues connecting to servers. The first-person shooter game that is available for game consoles and PCs can be played with others online. On Friday, hundreds of players reported having issues connecting to the service via web monitoring site Down Detector. Video game company Blizzard's Battle.net, an internet-based online game and social networking service, is also facing problems. It allows users to play games including World of Warcraft, StarCraft, Diablo, Hearthstone, and Heroes of the Storm. Basically any Blizzard game, right? That is an online service game. League of Legends, a multiplayer online battle arena video game for Windows and OS X, is also reported to be suffering problems. Blizzard has been contacted for comment. So, no kind of information right now on what's going on, when it might be fixed or anything like that. But know this, if you are into playing Blizzard games or Activision Blizzard games, you might be having a rough time getting onto servers, okay? So, Overwatch, anything like that. Call of Duty. So, just know that. Hopefully they get it sorted out soon, but we don't know exactly what's going on right now. Oh, flipping Nickelback, dude. Mortal Kombat 2 source code leak reveals tons of cut content. Source code for Mortal Kombat 2 has leaked online 29 years after the game's original release. The 1993 sequel featured a wealth of improvements over its predecessor, but leaks online have revealed several features that were cut prior to the game's debut. This includes moves, combos, and even details that would have appeared in the game's stages. As this content was discovered without context, there's no way of knowing why it got cut from the final game. Despite this, it's a really interesting find and well worth seeking out for Mortal Kombat fans. Twitter user Pegasus Kid has started a Twitter thread compiling content discovered from the source code. Below, readers can find one of the more interesting discoveries, which is a blue-skinned version of Scorpion. What? Bro, that's not blue. That's violet, dog. That's like... It looks more like violet or something like that. Not necessarily, because I mean that's blue, dude. That skin's not blue, dude. Yeah. It's weird. Look at all this stuff, though. You know, funny enough, I just threw in Discord the other day. I threw in a link I found for... It was behind the scenes of the development of the original Mortal Kombat from back in 1992. It's like videos of them like recording the actors and everything for their moves and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. It's just it was on the 27th of December, so it's not too far up in the channel of the just under where Wick approves of me. You know, you'll find it there. You know what I'm talking about, Wick. Yeah. You saw that video? Yeah, it's pretty cool, dude. I like this stuff. It's really neat. I love behind the scenes kind of stuff. This is kind of wild because this is all stuff that didn't make it into the game, right? This is stuff that's like in the source code but didn't actually get implemented into the actual the executable version of the game. You know what I mean? It's pretty wild. But here, I'll link this Twitter for you guys too if you want to take a look at it, everything. That's pretty neat. Mortal Kombat co-creators Ed Boon and John Tobias seem to be pretty vocal on Twitter, often sharing behind-the-scenes information about early entries in the series. As of this writing, neither has commented on the source code leak, and it will be interesting to see if either of them decides to shed any light on these discoveries. In all likelihood, this content was cut as a result of time or budget constraints, but there could be some interesting stories about it. Yeah, that's about it. Cool. That's neat. I'll throw this in there too, just in case. It's pretty cool. Yeah, and then I think it was Pinky posted an actual video of Prince of Persia behind the scenes stuff underneath, which I had seen before too. But that's a really cool video as well. So in the Tavern channel, our main channel, I had posted again the original Mortal Kombat behind the scenes of them like recording a lot of the moves they do and stuff. And then Pinky, our buddy Pinky, our mod, he posted a behind the scenes of Prince of Persia stuff from back in the day. It's really cool. Yeah, pretty neat. Love that stuff. Cool, man. Steam reveals biggest new releases of 2022. Valve's Steam platform on PC has today revealed what the biggest new video games of 2022 were. I think we know what a lot of them were, like Elden Ring, Stray. At any given point, Steam uses data from the service to inform users about what its top sellers and most played games happen to be on the platform. While this information is widely used by many, Valve has now shared what the most notable new titles on Steam happen to be over the past 12 months. In a new page posted to Steam, that was probably yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. Valve outlined the 12 biggest games of 2022. This ranking was stressed to be in no specific order and was comprised of data gathered beginning on January 1st and ending on December 18th. Additionally, Valve based this ranking on of new 2022 releases on gross revenue that was earned via Steam. With this in mind, a number of expected games like Elden Ring, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, and FIFA 23 ended up coming in near the top. Additionally, smaller titles like Stray, V Rising were found to have made a big impact this year as well. Nice, dude. We need to play V Rising. Tinwin really likes this game, and he's been kind of pressing me to try it out. And it's a game we could play in the community if other people have it. It looks like a really cool title. It really does. It's like Vampire Valheim in a way. It looks really cool. Along with being the standout games that launched in 2022, Elden Ring, Call of Duty, Lost Ark, Dying Light 2, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel received another notable accolade. While all these titles were only released within the past calendar year, each was found to have amassed over 240,000 concurrent players at one time or another during the past year. This means that each wasn't only one of the highest grossing of the year, but they also became one of the 12 most played games on Steam for the entire year. When accounting solely for new games that arrived in 2022, this group of aforementioned titles can likely be considered the most successful overall on Steam for the year. If you'd like to see the full list of new games that made it big when launching on Steam in 2022 solely based on revenue, you can check them all out below. Elden Ring. Darktide. Nice. Did anybody play Darktide? Do I remember when Sega made PS2 games? Not specifically, but I mean, Sega's been making games on different platforms for a long time now after, their own console went away, so. Okay. Yeah, I mean, Darktide is just another version of like Vermintide. We played Vermintide 2 here recently, like myself and Pinky especially, and Gamer played it a little bit with us, and it was cool. It was fun. It's an easy game to just dive into for some easy like hack and slash. It's pretty satisfying actually. It's a pretty satisfying game to just get in and just chop up a bunch of enemies, like blast out a bunch of enemies and stuff. And that's it's same thing, Fat Shark. So if you take a look, like they've made Vermintide 1, Vermintide 2. We played Vermintide 2 recently. It's like the same kind of game, right? And then they have Darktide in here somewhere. I figured they would. Yeah, see, so like here's Darktide as well. It's kind of the same thing. It's just more of the Warhammer universe. That's the more. I am not real good with the Warhammer, the differing Warhammer universes and stuff. But oh look, dude, the reviews are not great on it. 60%. Really? Oh, you do play some Vermintide? Oh, okay. Okay. So what sets, from what you've seen of Darktide, what makes it seem like not really your kind of vibe, even though you play some Vermintide? Can you maybe expand on that for me, Ferret? Because Vermintide I liked a lot. I played a little bit of the first one, and then here recently we just, like I said, we did some weekend play, a few weekends in a row of just getting into some Vermintide 2, and it was a lot of fun. I liked it. It was chill. It was fun just getting. It was real satisfying getting in and just hammering away at people and like or at enemies and like, chopping off limbs, chopping off heads, stuff like that, crushing. It was cool, man. It was a lot of fun, I thought. But dude, they do not have very good reviews right now for this game. That's a lot of reviews too. That's a bit concerning. I figured they'd do pretty good with it since the Vermintide games did pretty well, but really? Yeah, I would say you're probably on point there then because um, you look at like this is 60% positive. That's not very good. If you go back and look at Vermintide, uh, we're talking about Vermintide 2, 83% positive of 70,000 reviews. That's a pretty big difference, you know. The Dark Sides games. Are you talking about the horror games, Samara? The what are those called? You're not talking about these, right? What are you? What's the name of those games? You're not talking about like Dark Side Detective or anything, are you? What are the name of those games? Oh, everyone could be the same character, really, because you couldn't do that in Vermintide, right? Everybody had to be a different character. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, interesting, interesting. Are you talking about like the Man of Medan and all that stuff? Is that what you're talking about, Smart? I'm not sure. I can't remember. Oh, Dark Siders. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. I actually own some of those. I own some of those on PS3. I played through the first one. I haven't played any of the other ones though. I do have some of them actually. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah, see, I've got Darksiders 1 and Darksiders 2. I played through Darksiders 1 way back in the day when it first came out, but I haven't played Darksiders 2. Um, I don't even really remember a whole lot about Darksiders 1, but I played through this game. I own like a physical copy of this on, I think, was it PS3? Is that what this came out on? I can't remember. But yeah, I liked it. Let's get back into the news. Have you played them? Yeah, I think that's a cool play, Ferret. As long as they were able to balance it right, you know, being able allowing everybody to play the same character. I think that's the tough thing. As long as you can balance that right, I think it's fine. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Total War Warhammer 3, Stray. Dude, Stray's going on the schedule. I'm playing Stray, guys. It's happening. We're going to be doing a schedule on Monday, by the way. Again, don't forget, we're making a schedule together on Monday. I've already started adding some titles to this tentative schedule. We'll talk about it. This is kind of what we're going to do. Yeah. So here's the thing, though. Dude, I was following Stray for a long time in pre-develop or in throughout its development process, and I was really interested in it. Even though this game isn't necessarily something that I usually gravitate towards, that I usually find, I guess, this isn't my normal game to get hyped about, I guess. But the entire time I saw it, I was like, this looks really, really cool, you know. And then it came out, and it was obviously a blast and just a very cool game for people to play. And I was really, really happy about that. The reason I didn't play it on launch because I was in the middle of our Witcher 3 playthrough, and I didn't want to put Witcher 3 on hold to play something else and then go back to The Witcher 3. I don't like doing that very often. Um, Another game on the Play Store called Dark Souls. Has anybody heard of Dark Souls? Yeah, Dark Souls. Very popular, Samara. There's Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, Bloodborne. So what you'll find is Dark Souls is a game made by From Software. Um, It is iconic. It has been a game changer, a industry changing title. Um, I actually played Dark Souls 1 for the first time last year. We streamed it. It's on the is it live? Is the playthrough live on YouTube? I've got so many playthroughs I still need to get made public. Hold on. I think Yeah. So our playthrough's live. It's about, let's see, 11 episodes. I don't think I have any of the clips live right now, but the entire playthrough is available. So it's on our YouTube channel if you want to take a look. It should be on the Twitch channel as well, but I don't know if I have it in a play. I've got a lot of work I need to get done. Dark Souls is a third-person adventure RPG. It's a very ominous, dark, mysterious kind of game. And they are From Software's games. So they kind of started with Demon Souls, right? But Demon Souls was an IP owned by Sony, and that's where From Software pivoted after that, and then started their own Dark Souls stuff. So it went Demon Souls, then Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls. Where did Soulsborne or Bloodborne come in? Was it after 2? I can't remember. But it's like there's Dark Souls, Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2, Bloodborne, Dark Souls 3, Elden Ring now. There are a lot of these games. Elden Ring is an open world, where the other ones haven't really been open world. They're not necessarily linear either, but they're not real open world. So they're very, very, very difficult for most people. They do not hold your hand. People get lost quite often. They don't know where to go. But they're a lot of fun. There's all kinds of things to find. If you like difficult games and RPGs and stuff, then, you know. Oh, hey. Ferret said bless you. And bless you from me, too. My daughter said thanks. So look into it. If it seems like something that might be up your alley, take a look. You can usually find sales on the older Soulsborne games at a pretty good price. But they're difficult. Be ready for it. Lost Ark was amazing. And Samara, understand this as well. From Software is notorious for creating these games that are very difficult that also have no difficulty options. You have to play the game the way it was developed. There's no way to turn the difficulty up or down or anything like that. It just is what it is. So be prepared for that if you decide to dive into it. Didn't hold your interest? You know, I had been waiting to dive into an MMO for quite a while. Since the last MMO I really got into was World of Warcraft, way back in the day. I played through the first 2 expansions of World of Warcraft, and then I left it alone. I never went back to it. I didn't have time. I lost my interest in it as well. I just didn't have time to put into it anymore either. But I've been keeping up with Lost Ark before it came to the West. Runes of Magic. I don't know if I know what that is. Lost Ark, obviously, for anybody that's not aware, Lost Ark is a game that had been out in the eastern part of the world. We're talking about, Asia, Russia, Korea, like those parts of, a big part of the eastern hemisphere of the world for a little over 3 years before it ever came to the West. Amazon helped publish it over here in the West and Europe and North and South America, and I had been made privy to this game, and I had kept up with a little bit just about what it was about and stuff like that before I even knew it was coming to the West, because it was highly regarded over in the East for quite a while. And once I found out it was coming over here, I was like, yeah, I'm playing this. We're going to do this as weekend. This was actually my highest played title on my Steam review or my Steam recap that we looked at yesterday, because we played it every weekend for like 2.5 to 3 months this year. And I had a lot of fun with it. We had community members that played it. It was fun. We got up to You know, I didn't put any money into this game. It was, I think they did a good job. You know, you can pay to progress, but they made it to where it's, you know, at least up until I quit playing it, free to play was absolutely a possibility for everybody if you put enough time into it. And again, I was only playing on weekends. So, except like the first week and a half, maybe I played straight when the game released, and then it was just weekends after that. And I was highest item level. We were getting everything done, all the, you know, raids and stuff. It was cool. It was fun. I liked it. But I mean, that's the way it goes. Not everything's gonna, you know, pique the interest of everybody, and we all have our different respective, you know, preferences and things like that. So yeah. But I enjoyed Lost Ark a lot. I had a lot of fun with it. But it got to a point where I feel like a lot of the community had kind of gravitated away from it. They weren't really enjoying the Lost Ark stuff too much anymore. So I was like, okay, well, I still was a lot. But again, I'm not really interested in continuing to play something if the community's not interested in watching and being a part of it either. So, you know, I just dropped it. FIFA 23. Terrible organization. I hate that they've made so much money on this game. Terrible organization. V Rising, baby, yeah. We might have to get into some V Rising this year. Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga is supposed to be very good too. Dying Light 2. I heard good mostly about it. I heard some bad stuff too, but they've at least committed to like what? At least 3 years of continuous content for this game too. So Monster Hunter Rise. Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. There you go. If you guys want to look at any of these, I'll throw them in. But these are the most played, highest earning games on Steam this year. I think is what all this was about. Top sellers and most played. Yep. So take a look if you want to. All those trailers are there. Video game release dates 2023 calendar. We might not go over all this today. Yeah. Look, I'm gonna save this until Monday. But we got something to look at here. Okay. This is going to give us some info to go off of. If you want to take a look at it before Monday, I'll go ahead and throw it in chat. We'll probably pull up a few other articles too, because we're gonna go over making a tentative schedule on Monday. We'll do the news, and then we're going to dive into making ourselves a tentative schedule for the upcoming year together. Yeah. We're going to find out what all you guys want to see me play that's going to release this year. I've got some other games that I want to get played that I haven't played yet. Like, for instance, why am I blanking the name of that game? Blood. Bloodstained, dude. Bloodstained. I want to play Bloodstained, but I'm going to play Symphony of the Night first. Same developer. But Symphony of the Night's a game that made me fall in love with Metroidvanias, and I haven't played it in forever. So it you know, there's gonna be a lot that I've forgotten about the game probably, and Castlevania Symphony of the Night is an iconic Metroidvania game, and it's again the same developer, but they are like probably a couple of decades apart in development. So it will show the similarities and the differences between how much time. Similarities because of the same developer, and the differences because of how much has evolved in the gaming industry over that time, you know. So stuff like that, but also new games that are going to come out and release this year. I want to know what you guys are interested in watching me play and us being a part of together here on the channel. So we'll go through making a schedule here on Monday. So we'll go through that, this article. Okay. Games with Gold for January 2023 revealed. Microsoft has announced that the Xbox games with Gold for January are Irisfall and Autonauts. As detailed on Xbox Wire, all Xbox Live Gold members and those subscribed to Xbox Game Pass Ultimate will get access to these two games when they arrive next month. Here's the Iris gameplay trailer. Interesting. That actually looks pretty cool. Iris Fall will be become available on January 1st and will stick around until January 31st, so the entire month. Autonauts will be, come a bit later on January 16th, but will stay until February 15th. Here's the Autonauts, all right?
You join us here in the peaceful countryside, where these Autonauts are busy, reproducing. and here we have, well, it's you. Happily growing your own cereal and making grain. Do you know what this makes me think of? The humble berry pie.
Humble berry.
Hot, fruity,
moist. Oh, yeah.
If you want to make one, you'll just need some pastry to fill with berry jam.
Oh, yeah.
What do you mean pastry doesn't grow on trees?
What?
Okay then, no problem. Grab that lovely grain you were harvesting earlier and throw it into this rotary quern to make flour. Find yourself some fresh water and a healthy dollop of butter. There, you've got what you need for pastry. Wait, don't mix that pastry together on the floor. We're not animals. Build yourself a table. You just need 1 log, 2 square frames, 2 panels, and 4, no, make that 8 fixing pegs. Chop down some trees until you have 4 decent logs, and you should be able to make those in a jiffy. Chop, 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 little Autonauts. Right, now bash all that stuff together and voila! A kitchen table. Perfect for mixing together your pastry ingredients. Then you can put your berry jam into your nice new pastry case. Ah, of course, you don't have any berry jam. You'd better get out there and grow some berries then. And while you're at it,
Stardew Valley. That's another one I might try to get played this year too, because I've never played Stardew Valley. I own it. Never played it, dude.
Tell me you have a culture.
Yeah, for sure, dude. Yeah, I got close to playing it this year, actually.
Line the dish with the pastry.
Got real close to playing it this year.
You need a dish, don't you? We need 8 good lumps of clay to make the dish. No kiln, no.
Because, dude, I was a huge Harvest Moon player back when I was younger. Yeah, you play 4 players co-op too. Yeah. The big thing for me with that game, playing co-op, would be like having to make sure I'm playing with people that wouldn't end up spoiling anything. You know what I mean?
Crude. Time for an upgrade. You'll need more clay. Form some bricks. Fire those in the kiln. Yep, great. Done. Next, shape.
Which most people are pretty good in this community about not doing that kind of thing.
Masonry bench.
It was kind of the same thing like in Valheim. We co-opted Valheim, and the people that we played with, Pinky, Syke was a first timer, but we had Pinky and Varia, and they did a really good job of just letting me experience things on my own
and
first
there
time.
We have it, the humble berry pie.
Yeah.
Just one of thousands of possibilities in Autonauts.
But I love playing the games with community. You know what I mean? So I'm all about that.
Right. Who's got a fork?
That looks cool, dude. That's funny. That was a good trailer, too. I like it. It was cute. All right. Yeah, as you wait for these games to arrive... Look, man, stop. As you wait for these games to arrive, I want to remind you that there is still time to download December's Xbox games with gold. You have until December 31st to grab Colt Canyon and until January 15th to add Bladed Fury to your library, okay? Now, don't forget that... Iris Fall is available for the entire month of January, so from the 1st through the 31st. But Autonauts is not going to be available until the 16th of January, but will be available through the 15th, okay? Yeah, fair. That'd be cool, dude, for sure. Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, no doubt. Free Nintendo. This is the last article I have, by the way. All right. Last article I have for the news this morning. If anybody has anything to add, let me know, and we'll address it, take a look at it before we move on to our day 25? Golly, dude. Is that for reals? Holy moly, dude. Day 25 of Breath of the Wild. All right. All right. Free Nintendo Switch game available for a limited time. With the holidays quickly drawing to a close, it's a safe bet that many people received a Nintendo Switch over the last few days. There are a few things better than getting a free video game, and a free title for the system is currently available for a very limited window from Prime Gaming. Really? The company is giving out codes for the Switch version of Mom Hid My Game, but code availability is limited, so those interested in snagging it will want to jump on this one while they can. Prime Gaming is a free service to all Amazon Prime subscribers. Readers can snag the game right here. As its name implies, Mom Hid My Game tasks players with finding a handheld game console that the player's mom has hidden. System in question isn't a Switch and actually somewhat resembles a Nintendo DS. Published by Kimco, title tasks players with solving puzzles in order to find the game. It's a simple and silly premise, but it's also one that a lot of gamers can relate to. The title typically costs $5 US, which isn't a whole lot of money, but free is definitely nicer, for sure. Oh, you did? Oh, okay, cool, man. Sick, man. The Switch eShop contains a massive number of games. Very easy for smaller ones to get lost. It's been nearly 6 years since the Switch first released. Free games like this one give users the perfect excuse to try something they wouldn't have otherwise, or might have overlooked. It remains to be seen whether Prime Gaming will make any other Switch games free in the near future, but if this giveaway is successful enough, it certainly seems like a possibility. If you happen to get... Yeah, okay. Oh, sick, dude. Yeah, so here, I'll throw this in chat. Go try to get your free game on the Switch, okay? Very cool. Very cool, very cool. Yeah, they don't do that very often. They don't do that very often for Switch games, so go take a look. Cool. That's what I got. Don't forget, Epic got free games as well. Dishonored Definitive Edition and Eximus. Those are available through January 5th, so we're no longer in like a 24-hour rush to grab your games every single day. But there were a lot of decent games given out. Decent to good games given out during the Epic Holiday festivities here once again on their platform. So, I mean, we're talking about like Death Stranding. God, there were a lot, weren't there? Dude, what all did they give away? Yeah, Mortal Shell, Fist, Death Stranding, Metro Last Light, all the original Fallout games and stuff, Sable, Bloons TD. They gave out some good stuff, man. They always do. So, you know, this is just what we received during their holiday giveaway. They usually give out some pretty nice titles, and it's hard to argue with free stuff. So, again, even if you're not a PC player, I highly recommend that people just consider going on their website. You don't have to have their like desktop application or anything. You can go on their website and just create an account. Go to the store on their website after you've created your account and logged in, and just grab the free games. You never know when you might decide to jump into doing some PC gaming, you know, and if you do, then you'll end up having a library like this, you know, where you just go in there and you've got all these games just ready for you to play. And it's not a bad thing to have, you know, kind of at your fingertips whenever you decide to jump into doing some PC gaming, maybe. Cool. Them's the breaks, man. That's the news. We're going to jump into our day 25 playthrough of, wow, I'm tangled up here, Breath of the Wild. That's coming up next. So first, I will just say thank you to all of you for being a part of this community, helping to make this community such an amazing place, not only for me to hang out and play games every day, but for all of us to be a part of. And shout out to everybody that was specifically part of today's video gaming news segment, okay? Oh, hey, cool. Thanks, Ferret. For anybody that is catching this content, this video gaming news segment specifically, after it was live as a VOD, either on our YouTube channel or here on our Twitch channel. If you're enjoying the content, what you're seeing here, then see what you can do about coming and hanging out with myself, the rest of this amazing community, whenever we go live at 6 o'clock a.m. CST every single day, almost every single day. We're not going to be live tomorrow or Sunday for some holiday stuff, but we are usually 7 days a week. Okay, so I apologize about this weekend, but we're usually here 7 days a week from 6 a.m. CST until roughly 9 average hours later. But see what you can do about coming and hanging out with us whenever we go live. We'll do the news, and we always jump into whatever video gaming content we have slated for the rest of the day, have planned for the rest of the day. Usually some kind of pretty lengthy, fun playthrough that we're getting into, and I try my best to include the community in as much of the gameplay as possible, whether it be getting people in to play the games with me or just including the community in decisions for very story-rich games and things like that. Other than that, you guys just stay healthy, stay safe, be kind to one another, and I will catch everybody on Monday, all right, for our next live stream, because we do have a down weekend, which is not a common occurrence for us, but we'll be back live on Monday, January 2nd, for our first stream of the new year, 2023. We'll do January 2nd's edition of Video Gaming News, and then we're going to take the day to just hang out as a community. We will create a tentative schedule for all the games we're going to play for the upcoming year. And I'm going to try to get out a bunch of my old vintage gaming stuff that I've collected over the years, and we'll just take a look at some of the stuff I have. Cool.